Hey everybody! Today we're going to be making some vegan pancakes. Not only are they going to be vegan, but they're also going to be gluten-free because I ran out of regular flour, so I'm opting for what I have left, which is the gluten-free flour. So stay tuned. We have a 3/4 cup of the vegan milk. At this point in time, I use the Pacific Foods brand Barista series. That's what I just have on hand and just ran out of a bunch of stuff, so I'm just making do with what I have in this video today. And what we're going to do is we're going to sour this milk, and we're going to be using some apple cider vinegar, okay? Just 1 tablespoon is good enough. So we're going to take our tablespoon here and pour in some apple cider vinegar. Give it a little mix and just leave it there for at least 5 minutes. And next we're going to be making our flax egg. So we're using the milled golden roasted flax. Any ground flax is fine. It doesn't have to be any specific brand. This is a replacement of eggs. So I'm just going to use the same spoon. I'll just pour it in so I'm not mixing everything together. Okay. So we have our flax in here, and we're just going to add 2 tablespoons of water. Should be fine. Just let that sit for a bit. And so flour I'm using is Bob's Red Mill all-purpose gluten-free baking flour. That's what I had on hand. There we go. So 1 cup of flour. And we're going to have 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. And then we're going to want a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I use a baking soda for cleaning around the house. It's really good to scrub things, especially with white vinegar. So that's why I have quite a lot of baking soda here. Most recipes only call for a tiny bit of baking soda. Okay, I just washed the spoon because we're going to be needing some Earth Balance of vegan butter. We need 2 tablespoons, and we're just going to warm it up so it's soft. Well, completely melted actually, not just soft. Completely melted, but not to the point of burning and bubbling and getting all brown, okay? So we're just gonna warm 2 tablespoons up of the vegan butter, and it's as simple as that. So I ground up some Himalayan salt that was in bigger rock pieces with my mortar and pestle here. So you can also get it pre-ground. I just happen to have that, so I just give it a little grind away in this mortar and pestle, and we only need a 1/2 teaspoon. But some people are trying to reduce their salt intake, so you really don't need the full 1/2 teaspoon. It's really to your taste. I'm not even going to measure, to be honest. I'm just going to put in whatever I feel like. There we go. And this recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using organic crystallized sugar, which is much better than the white sugar, less processing, more natural, and less chances of weird things being in there. But you know what? I really don't want that much sugar, so I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons. Waiting for my butter to melt. I'm doing it a slower way because I just don't use the microwave really, so I have it in the oven in a little souffle dish. But anyway, don't judge. While I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to prep my coffee here. So I have my water in the bottom half. This bit goes on top, and this piece will be going on top once I get the grinds in there. I always like to get the whole beans and grind them myself at home. I find it's more fresh and delicious that way. So this is the coffee I'm currently using. It's Sobeys brand, Irresistible's organic. Fair trade coffee, Arabica beans. I'm not married to any particular brand as long as it looks good and delicious. I'm willing to try different coffees out. There were already some beans in there, so we didn't need to add too much. So we're adding our freshly ground beans on top here. Here we go, now we put it on the stove top. Butter is melted, so I'm just gonna let it cool for a bit. And meanwhile, while the coffee is brewing, I added some milk to my cup, so it's not gonna cool down the coffee, so the milk will be warm and not affect the temperature of our coffee. You know what? I decided I'm gonna add some banana to our pancake batter. I'm just going to slice the banana up and get it ready for our pancake batter. Little banana slices. I think our vegan butter has cooled down enough, so we're gonna actually mix it into the soured milk mixture. And then from there we're just gonna mix everything in the batter. And our flax egg too, don't forget about that. You don't want to worry about over mixing it too. So even if there's little lumps, that's good for pancakes, not for crepe, okay? So here we go. And I'll just toss in the bananas. Get our pan hot. Mixing in the bananas. And what you want to do for the perfect size pancake for the pan, we use 1/4 cup. So we just scoop out 1/4 cup of batter and put it on the pan with oil. And it's easier to flip that way. And it's just the perfect size for a pancake. You'll see. Our pan, we're going to use some grapeseed oil. So our pan is coated with oil, and we're just letting the oil heat up a little bit before we put our batter on the pan. Coffee is ready. So we can keep it hot for just a little bit longer, and we'll take it off soon. Okay, so we have our batter, and we're gonna take a scoop, the 1/4 cup scoop. We're going to wait for the pancakes to get bubbly a bit on top, and then we'll flip them. So it seems this batter, with the gluten-free flour, you may want to put more flour because ideally the batter would be a bit thicker than what it is with the regular flour. So I heated the oven a bit to 195, and we have a baking sheet in there with some parchment on top, and it's just to keep our pancakes warm when we do the other batch. So we're flipping it. Here we go. another essential is maple syrup. So don't forget to use real maple syrup for your pancakes. Nothing else will do. All the rest is crap. That's my opinion, okay? I'm entitled to my opinions. So we got our lovely pancakes here with bananas inside. And we're going to pour some maple syrup on top. Maple syrup. And you can also top it with some berries too. So enjoy, bon appetit! Enjoy these pancakes and feel free to try them with regular flour.